Welcome back. In this lesson on Python and ethical hacking, we're going to look into ways in which we can work in Python. More specifically, I'm talking about writing code in the Python interpreter shell versus writing it in a code editor or an IDE. Okay, so let me just pop up a Python interpreter shell here. Again, I'm in Windows and in the command prompt I just typed in Python. If you're in Linux or Mac, open up a terminal and type Python. So this is the Python interpreter. Alternatively, you can run this in your browser as well because a simple web search will reveal to you multiple online Python interpreters, but we won't focus on them here. So there's the Python interpreter, and there's also the code editor like the one I've installed here, Visual Studio Code, which I highly suggest you use as well. Now, what's the difference, or what is the advantage of one over the other? Well, there's actually no actual advantage or disadvantage because each serves to its purpose. You would be using the Python interpreter for quick prototyping as well as for basic operations in Python. This is a very rapid way to get yourself familiarized with new modules and methods for these modules, as you can instantly get the output or the result of the operation on these modules. Like, for example, let's say print I am learning Python ethical hacking. Or, for example, and that outputs our statement here. It outputs it into the interpreter. Or I could say import OS, and that's actually importing the OS module, and we could say we could print the current directory we're in by saying print OS get current working directory. And we are in C users Christie. Now, you'll become very familiar with the Python interpreter shell in the following videos as we get deeper into the course. And then, like I said, you have a code editor or IDE, which is an integrated development environment where you can write long pieces of code, scripts, and more complex programs for your areas of interest. Cybersecurity and ethical hacking in our case. Now, later in the course, we'll get into coding some very helpful and efficient programs in Python for ethical hacking, so you should be really excited about that. Okay, that's it. Now, depending on your circumstances and on your goals, you can either use Python in the interpreter shell or in a code editor. So it all boils down to what is it that you want to do. Now, in the next video, you're going to learn about data types in Python, and that's when you'll actually start interacting with Python in the interpreter shell.